Chapter 9.1 Solving Quadratics by Graphing and Factoring. Example number 2 Solving a quadratic equation, one real solution. Letter A, we are going to solve x squared minus 8x equals negative 16 by graphing. And for that, step number 1 is to find the vertex. To find the vertex, we are going to use the x equals negative b over 2a formula. But first of all, we need to make this equation into one side. So we need to bring this negative 16 onto the other side by adding 16 on both sides. So you're going to have x squared minus 8x plus 16 equals 0, where you're going to have a equals 1, b is negative 8, and c is 16. Now you're going to find the vertex, and to find the vertex, first you're going to find the axis of symmetry by using the formula x equals negative b over 2a, which is equal to negative 8 over 2 times 1, and that's going to be 8 divided by 2, and x equals 4. Now you're going to use this x value and find y value by plugging into this equation. So you're going to see here y equals x squared minus 8x plus 16. We're going to use x as 4. So 4 squared minus 8 times 4 plus 16. And that's going to be 16 minus 32 plus 16. And that will be equal to 0. So your vertex is going to be 4, 0, which is going to be this point right here. And the next step is to find the other point so that we can find the X-Intercepts. So for X-Intercepts, how many solution or how many X-Intercepts are there? X-Intercepts are the numbers or the value of x where the graph cut at x-axis. So wherever the graph cut at this line, that is going to be your x-intercept. So this is my vertex. It means my graph is going to start from this point. And my y-intercept is, so my y-intercept is going to be 0, c. So it's going to be 0, 16, which is right here on somewhere on the top, which I don't have a space here, so we can assume that this is right here. And now we are going to graph this parabola by using the pattern that is 1, 1, 2, 4, and 3, 9, which means 1 over up 1, and the next point is going to be this one, and the next after this is going to be 2, 4, so over 2 up 4, and we need only these points, so we can graph this right now. And this is going to be our parabola, and you can see that this parabola is cutting at x-axis at only one time. So you're going to have how many x-intercept? You're going to have one x-intercept. It's also called repeating x-intercept. Whenever you have a parabola that cut at x-axis and goes back, it's not crossing, you're only going to have one x-intercept. So the x-intercept is going to be 4, 0. So this is 4, 0. So this is going to be 4, 0, 4, 0. So there's only one x-intercept, and that is also called a repeating root or repeating solution or repeating 0, because this repeats if you have x to the power 2, it means you should have 2x value. But if you get 1x value, which is in this case, you call it as a repeating X-intercept. Now we are going to use the method that is a cross method. But first of all, we are going to make the equation into one equation by bringing the 16 into one side. And on the bottom, you should have -8. On the top is the product, that is 16. You're looking for two numbers. When you multiply, you get 16. And when you add or subtract, you get -8. So those numbers are -4 and -4. So the two factors are x minus 4 times x minus 4. Now you're going to use the zero product property to solve for x value. So you put them, or put the factors equal to 0 one by one, and then you're going to solve for x. So you got x equals 4, and in this case again you got x equals 4. So you got x value, and it's called one real solution, and that solutions are 4 and 4. Next we are going to discuss the U-try problem for example number 2. First is number 4. X squared plus 1 equals 2x. First of all, we need to bring this whole equation into one side. So we're going to subtract 2x on both sides. So subtracting 2x on both sides, you're going to get here is x squared minus 2x plus 1 equals 0. And then we are going to solve it by factoring. So we're going to make a cross. And on the top of the cross, you're going to use a c, that is this number on the last here. And on the bottom, you're going to use the sum, that is the center term. You're looking for two numbers. When you multiply, you get 1. And when you subtract or add, you get -2. So the numbers are -1 and -1. So the two factors you got here is x minus 1 equals 0. So x minus 1 times x minus 1 equals 0. Put them equal to 0 one by one. And you got x equals 1, comma x equals 1. So which means that you're going to have here is one solution, that is a repeating solution because it's repeating, x equals 1 comma 1. Next we're going to do example number or question number 5. In this case, the constant or the c is not there, and x squared plus 4x, you can solve this or find the x values without using the cross method, because you know that the GCF of x squared and 4x is x. So take the GCF out, you get inside is x plus 4. You can do the distribution to see if you get the same answer or not. So x times x is x squared, which is good, and x times 4x is 4x. So it means these are the factor of this original equation. Now we have two factors. You're going to put them equal to 0 one by one, and then you're going to get x equals 0 and x plus 4 equals 0. So you can do this one this way. So you can put x equals 0 and x plus 4 equals 0. So -4 on both sides. You got x equals -4 and x equals 0 to answer. And this is also called two real solutions. So number of solutions are 2, and those are x equals 0 and x equals -4. The next number 6, you're going to bring this whole term into one side. So you're going to add 25 on both sides. So equation is x squared plus 10x plus 25 equals 0. Make a cross. On the top of the cross, you're going to get 25. And on the bottom, the center term, that is 10. You're looking for two numbers. When you multiply, you get 25. And when you add them, you get 10. And those numbers are 5 and 5. So the two factors are x plus 5 times x plus 5 equals 0. Put them equal to 0 one by one. And you got x plus 5 equals 0. X plus 5 equals 0. So subtract 5 on both sides. You get x equals -5 and x equals -5. So there are going to be one solution. So one real solution, but they are repeating solution or repeating roots.